Hello, my name is Luke Whittall, and I'm the Direct Sales Specialist here at Blasted Church Vineyards. Thank you so much for being a member of our Flock Wine Club. Today, as a special new perk for Wine Club members, we are bringing you a very exclusive tasting. You'll get to learn about each of the wines that are featured in your Wine Club shipment with winemaker Evan Saunders and our viticulturalist John Bayley. It's a really fun way to learn about these wines from the people who know them best. So I hope you enjoy, and again, thank you for being a member of our Flock Wine Club.
My name's Evan Saunders, and I'm the winemaker here at Blasted Church Vineyards.
I'm John Bayley, and I'm the Vineyard Manager. Fantastic.
Didn't explode it. So we have our 2016 OMG Traditional Method Sparkling Wine. Pinot Noir dominant, followed by Chardonnay and Pinot Blanc.
All estate grown.
All estate grown. This particular wine would have been on lees in bottle for 4 years before hand riddling and disgorging.
That's a great moose.
Yeah, that's super persistent, eh?
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Vibrant.
Mm-hmm.
Great acid. Great fruit.
Mm-hmm. So we have our meat and cheese board here. Where would you go, John?
Oh, I'm gonna go Manchego.
I'm always for every wine. I'm gonna go Manchego.
It's good cheese. I'm not gonna go for the bad cheese.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There is none.
Yeah, it's delightful.
Mm-hmm.
Great, fresh, bright, toasty brioche kind of character, but nice acidity, nice
And you did this in Method Traditional.
method traditional.
This is not the cap it and carbonate it method.
Not one bit. The authentic champagne style.
How many
sparkling
times
wine.
did you turn these bottles?
Oh, everyone's been touched probably about 400 times between going into bottle and right now. So it's
That's pretty cool.
the labor of love.
Yeah. Nice. Tastes like it.
Yeah.
You can taste the love.
Taste the love. But it is our first sparkling wine that actually has the sub-GI Skaha bench on the label.
Grown in very rocky soils
Mm-hmm.
on our most easterly slopes above the winery. Very cool site.
It tastes super clean.
Yeah. It's delicious.
And finished with 3 grams per liter dosage.
So that means it's pretty darn dry.
Pretty darn dry in the brut, not quite extra brut.
Yeah.
So our 2017 Cross Bear, 100% Cabernet Franc. This one from Oliver and Soyuz, the Suncrest, Ash, and Red Brick Vineyards.
Right away, much different. Much
Mhm.
more different than the previous Capron.
Yeah, you get to kind of skip over that herbaceousness and straight to opulence.
Yeah. That's the beauty of Capron.
That's
When
it.
well done.
That's it.
You can reach these different flavor profiles and it gives you a totally different wine.
2017 was a good year. Nice small crop,
Fantastic year.
small berries, get that really
Yeah.
good concentration.
Yep.
And once again, the winery, pretty simple stuff. Just de-stem to tank. 21, 28 days on skins, depending on fermentation. And down to barrel for, I think this one was 14 months, and back into barrel for another 8 months of aging after blending. Unfined, unfiltered.
Yeah, I want to give people a better idea of what they're going to taste, but I think it's got so much going on. It's got such a wide breadth of palate. If you,
That's what the berry, the plum,
man, yeah, plum. That's good. Pruny,
Pruny, yeah.
almost, but not
Yeah.
just like richness.
Yep.
Some beautiful oak to it.
That's about 50% new on that, but big, ripe, rich, and this one, once again, long life ahead of it. It is certainly something that is drinking well now, but if you're going to open it now, probably a good couple hours decant would be the way to go. It'll open up even more, and you'll start seeing a whole different expression of the wine.
There's a silkiness to it.
Yeah, so this one, kind of everything in our Revered series are built for a longer haul. It's kind of that balance of having wines that are ready to drink on release, or certainly can be drunk on release with quite a lot of joy, but they will hold on for 5-10 years without issue. Especially under Stelvin as well, so you guaranteed that consistency in aging, which is nice. Next up are 2017 Holy Moly.
Holy moly.
So 100% Petit Verdot from a vineyard in Oliver, the Iqbal Vineyard, and a vineyard in Osoyoos from the Lloyd Vineyard. I've been working with the Lloyd Vineyard for a long time now. Just a site that year in, year out just
Fantastic.
produces great fruit. Really unassuming.
Very close to the border.
Yes.
Very unassuming. Tucked in between an orchard and two orchards.
Yep.
Two orchards.
Yeah.
Super long rows. Very small.
Yeah. It's the trickiness with Petit Verdot is to get that floral, perfumey, bacon fat kind of character without it becoming a monster. So it has a lot of everything. Comes in with a lot of acid, a ton of tannin. It's almost working it like a Pinot actually.
And similar to Pinot, it's one of the worst varietals to farm because it is unbelievably finicky. Tiny little berries, no berries on a cluster.
Mm-hmm.
The vine wants to fully express its vininess. Great fruit.
Yeah, so it has, once again, kind of like the Cross de Bear, it has that great tannin profile, good balanced acidity, nice richness, certainly set up for the longer haul, 5-10 years once again without issue. If you do want to open it now,
buy 3 bottles, open one now,
yes,
open one in a year, and then decide how long the third one.
Give it a nice decant though. Let it breathe a little bit. Shorter maceration time than once again. I guess would have been about 16 to 18 days on skins, down to barrel, about 50% new, all French. 22 months.
When you taste it and smell it, you have to try and grasp the balance of fruit and oak. I think with all these wines, because it is really fantastic. I mean,
the oaks, they're all for kind of obviously get some of the profile on the palate, and it's not so much not really a dominant thing on the nose. It's all about the mouthfeel and kind of building the texture as opposed to just being oak.
Yeah, exactly. No.
Next up, 2018 Small Blessings Malbec. Fruit all from the Similkameen Valley, from the Mariposa Vineyard. No mistake.
What's the deal with the Small Blessings?
Just limited releases. So this one we only did about 75 cases, so a very very small production. Can't mistake that Malbec color.
Nope. Or the aromatics.
It's intense.
That is spot on. It is intense. This is a cool vineyard.
Yes.
Similkameen, right above the highway, which is right above the river. Incredibly difficult to farm.
And even to move around
and and massive rocks, no water holding capacity, super
just severe
is a fantastic word. However, the wines you get out of it,
you just for Malbec typically you get really big berries. This vineyard is such it just beats down the grapevine at every turn, so the berries are super small and concentrated, so you get that really complete wine out of Malbec, which is something that you don't always get. That's why it's often just a blending component, but this one you have the crushed violet and the blueberry and that super varietal character, but incredible richness, tannin profile, acidity, which for whatever reason the vineyard just holds acid like crazy.
Which is the great thing, because again you don't want one of these big red wines that is flabby and just coats your mouth. You want that freshness to it as well, don't you?
Lamb. I'm going lamb here.
Yes. A leg of lamb.
Yes.
Like a serious cut.
Yeah, sure.
I don't want lamb chops.
So this one would have been on skins for 21 days before it's going down to neutral French oak. Pretty simple.
I mean, that is so floral, but then you get this rich, dark fruit to it. And the finish on this wine is great. Because it lingers. 2, it's like this vanilla. I use dark cherry a lot.
It's there. It's like
and it's just so persistent. It's a great one.
Yeah, that blackberry. It has blackberry, blueberry. It has so much on its own, which they just so often don't. It's like the full complete wine. All in Malbec, which is a rare. Obviously worked with Malbec from quite a few different vineyards, and I've never seen something like this, particularly the 2018. It wasn't an easy growing season.
No.
Wasn't a crazy ripe year, but it just
Yeah.
pushed through and gave a really
Great fruit.
beautiful wine.
Yeah. The Beauty and the Beast, all in one glass.
Oh, he's had too much wine already. So our 2018 Legren, once again from the Mariposa Vineyard in the Similkameen. I guess you could call that that's a black wine. That is just dark. That is just dark.
What's the
Going everywhere.
Tanat is the other black wine.
Yes. Once again, in our Small Blessings series, I always classify these wines, the Italian varietals, as kind of our weird and wonderful.
Yeah. Wow.
There's a tumbleweed blowing by. Welcome to the Okanagan.
That is. It smells inky.
It yes, smells inky. It will also taste quite inky. So this one, this whole series of wines,
That's
just about kind of pushing boundaries on things. So this stuff,
Yeah.
the fruit came in like 400 kilograms of fruit. Just decided to keep it whole cluster, 100% whole cluster. Threw someone into a bin to stomp on it, and spontaneous fermentation, drained and pressed down to barrel when fermentation was undergoing, just kind of keep some of that tannin in check. But
It's pretty hands off.
And yes, it's
Which pairs with the this is the same vineyard as the Melbeck.
super
Just one little chunk of land over, like the
One-
ravine, and then
one
the
land
Legren.
bridge and then
One
a
land
700-foot drop.
Very big drop. This is yeah.
Has the acid, has the tannin. It's like that whole cluster doesn't come through in like an herbaceous way. It kind of comes through in like a
Phenolic.
phenolic way. There's a bit of like that kind of sappy, like
Stemminess.
stemmy character, which kind of will evolve into almost like a soy sauce type thing.
This is the kind of This is the kind of wine where people have and they don't understand how you get those flavors from a fruit, and that's why wine is cool. That's why people should drink good wine, because that's what happens.
That wine's fun.
That is an awesome one. Ageability,
Yeah, forever.
yeah, infinite.
Forever. Yeah.
This is a 6 or a 12 packer, and you're
Yeah.
opening that up.
Yeah, this is kind of knock
Every
the
6
socks
months.
off your wine geek friends.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
That's a cool wine.
And it's Legren, I think the only block of Legren probably in all of Canada.
Yeah, I would imagine. Very hard to ripen.
Yep, super late.
Very on the edge. And again, a great expression of the terroir, because you have that rocky, what was the word you used for the
Severe.
severe terroir, and it really comes through.
It does. There's like an edginess to all, like that tension to every single wine that comes off.
The yin yang.
Yes. I've never seen a vineyard that has that much expression of place. Like every single grape that comes off, there's absolutely stamped with Mariposa Vineyard.
I've worked in Burgundy. There's been less terroir. That's a big statement. What are you going to pair with that? Nothing?
Charcuterie.
Just like drink it. It's good.
Just like rich, fatty charcuterie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good Tony's steak would.
Steak
nice.
would work quite nicely. Yeah. Something you need funky. You need something a little bit like little out there. Wild boar.
Yes.
Chingale.
Oh.
Chingale, John. There we go. We got it. We hit
Wild
it.
boar? Anybody?
Yeah. They're probably around.
I think so.
Last up, our Amen. This is a non-vintage wine, so wines from 2012, 13, 14, 15, all blended.
There's
blended
method
together.
to that.
There is a
madness.
method to that. It's called a Solera system.
Oh.
So this is a port-style Merlot. So
Oh,
not,
yeah.
it's kind of important to note going into it exactly what it is. So if you expect it to be just like a regular table wine, you're certainly not going to be happy. This is a fortified style wine. So fruit comes in. It's our estate Merlot. Starts out life like any other table wine. And then at about halfway through fermentation, when half of the natural sugars have been fermented into alcohol, you pull off the juice, add pure grape spirits, like 97% alcohol grape spirit, stop the fermentation, preserve that natural sugar.
So when you add that much alcohol, you stop fermentation.
Yeast dies, yeah.
You don't have to add sugar. It's sweet because you stop the fermentation.
Yes.
I just want to clarify
The natural sugars of the grape.
This is great.
It is. So that's
I
a
love
little,
the finish on that. It's like caramelly, raisin.
yeah, brown sugar, maple
Oh,
syrup.
boy.
Yeah, it is.
End of a big meal.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
settle you down. Settle down by the fire after your big prime rib dinner.
There you go.
Yep. It has that like that kind of oxidative character of a good fortified.
Yeah.
But into like the Christmas cake kind of spiciness and
But not sweet. Like it's stronger, obviously, in terms of alcohol. It's sweeter, but it's still very. You could accidentally drink a big glass of that.
you would know it the next day
You would
real
know
well.
the next day. Yeah.
Actually, probably within about 15 minutes, you would know it.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, that is kind of a nice capper to a good meal. And
Yeah.
the beautiful thing about that is if you don't happen to drink it, is put the cap back on and it's going to hold for
Much longer than a bottle of red wine.
weeks. You're fine.
Yeah. How much did you make this?
So of the 375 ml bottles, would have been a couple hundred cases or 100 cases, 375 ml bottles.
Nominal amounts.
Yes,
Delicious.
very small amounts. Once again, a huge amount of work for a small amount of profit, but
Yep. It's where we started.
that's it.
It's cyclical.
Yes.
Wine is cyclical.
Thank you, Flock members. Enjoy your spring pack, and we look forward to doing this again.
Have fun with these wines. They're great.
Cheers.
Can you say great? They are. They're fantastic.
They're great.